Roxana says, Dear Mehran, can you tell me how not to fall for a narcissist? Cause sometimes it's hard to find out. Uh-huh. So you're not telling me that you know that that person is a narcissist and you want to know how not to fall for that person. You're telling me that how can you know a person is narcissist? Because if you know the person is narcissist and you know someone who's narcissist is not a good person to be in a relationship with you, then you wouldn't. But I mean, that would be silly if you know the person is narcissist and you still think it's worthy of your time. But I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're asking how to tell if someone is a narcissist, right? I wait for your response and I go for, oh, there it is. Yeah. She says, yeah, exactly. How can you know? It's not too difficult. Easiest way is that you can look whatever you are and they're not, that makes them narcissist. I'm talking about in the department of compassion, care, attention, fairness, democracy, not just the way your personality or other traits may be. That's, everybody's different. But a narcissist usually doesn't listen to you. Like when you're talking, you can see from their facial expression, and they may be looking at you attentive because they're trying to pretend that they're paying attention to what you're saying. But if you're trained in energy, and if you can feel and understand people from their energy rather than their facial expression or posturing, not limited to that, if your abilities are not limited to tell what kind of character a person is, if you're not limited by their posturing and their looks and presentation physically and their words, and you're able to actually feel their energy, that would give it away. They cannot hide that from you. But usually when you're talking to a narcissist, the narcissist is looking at you with attention, but you can see in his eyes and the whole aura and the whole energy that is emanating, he or she is not with you, is in his own thoughts, planning, trying to see which angle he can actually or she can actually use to manipulate you, or seemingly to agree with you with things that it won't bother him or cost him in any way, shape, or form. That's one thing. Second, you can see that the narcissist, no matter how good they try to hide their intention, they will always act on their own benefit. You will see everything that they're doing, they may make it look like, even if they, bought something for you as a gift, you can expect something coming after it, meaning the expectations for that gesture of gift. Narcissist never does anything for no reason, meaning nothing from the goodness of their heart. Very seldom, if they do, and that itself is going to be used in a future time to get something from you, a favor, or put you on the spot that I did this, but you're now doing this, bringing it to your attention. A narcissist always tries to convince you of what they're saying is correct. You can see their energy level changes if you disagree with them. If you simply say something that is not complimentary, you can see their whole energy changes, the extension of the energy, and what you feel from them suddenly is like a dish that was sweet, and suddenly the next bite or next bit is bitter. They change drastically. So their behavior goes from on to off. It's not, there's nothing in between. It's either here or here. You hardly see them here. And narcissist always tries to show you that they're very sweet in order to pull you in, and then suddenly they turn around and expect you to do something that you don't want to do, but for them. It's only solely benefits them. So with the quality of their requests and quality and intention of their actions, you can tell if this person is narcissist or not. Almost anything you do or you say is not good enough, and anything you say, they try to convince you otherwise, to make it, if it's good, to make it look like it is their stuff that they suggested. They're always looking for credit. They're always looking for grandeur, like, you know. What else can I tell you about a narcissist? These are, what I'm telling you is before you actually getting to know the narcissist, because once you interact with the narcissist, you will get to see all these things that were hidden. We're talking about from the outset, like someone you just meet and you're very limited information to know if this person is a narcissist or not. But there are things you can look at. The energy, where they're paying their attention to, where they're looking when you're talking, if they remember what you said just a minute ago, or they were in their mind trying to think how they can manipulate you. The kind of things that they talk about when you just meet them. Lots of compliments, unnecessary compliments, because they're thinking that they're paying for something that later on they can request. So they give you all kinds of sweet compliments or favors, very polite at the beginning, because they need that image, to create that image of themselves in your mind that they're a real gentleman. And we're talking about your case, that you will meet guys. So they're overly polite and overly sweet and overly accommodating at the beginning. That is usually representing a selfishness or an intention to gain something. Because why would you be so overly sweet to someone that you just met? You want something. And that wanting something translates to manipulation later on. They're setting the grounds, because all they're thinking from that association is what they can gain. Is it sex they want? Is it control they want? Is it that they want to feel good to say, this person does everything I say? And when you come up with a suggestion in something, maybe not right at the outset, but eventually when the novelty is kind of gone after a few days or a few dates, you will see that they'll always disagree, and they come up with something that is their idea and it works for them better, because they want to establish domination and train you that you would actually learn to constantly be yielding to what is preferred by them. So they try in every scenario to convince you, and you go through this yes process, meaning you agree, and that becomes your conditioning. They set you up for the next level and the next level. These are some of the things that you can pay attention from the outset. And of course, when you get to know them, there are lots of other things that you can easily, then you're already in it. You can see they are. But from the beginning, these things could help. Which means you got to turn yourself into an instrument who's sensitive enough to feel these energies that I'm talking about. Because not just anybody can feel it. And it's like, if you want to play a good music on violin, you got to tune it well, so it will respond to the play. Same thing with any instrument, piano, guitar, it has to be tuned in. So you got to tune yourself in, which means you got to meditate. You got to learn meditation, which of course, either in the videos that I've done on YouTube you can watch, or when you get the Me, My Psyche and I ebook, there is a big chapter on meditation, how to meditate. When you meditate, you become one with the resonance of the universe. You feel the energy of the universe perfectly. Become one with the whole thing that you're part of it, the universe, universal energy, and you help yourself to reduce the ripples of your mind. And the softer and the smoother the surface of the water is, the clearer the reflection of things flying over it, like birds, even not quite on the surface of the water. The whole expansion of their wings and detail of their presence and their flight will be reflected on the water surface, because the surface is smooth and calm. So when you meditate and you reduce the ripples of your mind to infinitely imperceptible ripples and make it very calm, then the reflection of these interfering energies and negatively charged energies on you would easily be sensed, and you will be more tuned and ready to reflect the truth of that energy that is being extended towards you, which then you can tell the quality of the energy, which you would know this person is not of positive energy, is not of good intention, and then you figure out what kind of person that is, and so on and so forth. So make sure to learn that meditation from me, my psyche, and I. You will enjoy, everybody will enjoy, and you must do that every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then you will go into it and feel, wow, what a humongous power and confidence builder is when you meditate and you feel you're one with the nature's energy. You won't feel alone anymore. You will feel with the truth of the universe and feel far more powerful than you ever thought you could be, because now you're part of the whole and you've just felt it. And that will help you in all aspects of your life, whether it's sports, relationships, jobs, studying, whatever it is. Will enhance your abilities, magnifies the levels you never thought could be possible. So perhaps that would be something for you to think about. Roxana says, oh, okay, let's see what else you have said. Roxana says, oh my God, that's exactly how my crush was. Okay then. And Roxana says, I didn't want anything to do with me. I didn't want anything to do with me. Oh, he didn't want anything to do with me, but he keeps coming back for attention. So I'd go back after him. Yeah, that's usually the way they do. Their oscillation is quite big, and they put you through a reward and punishment system. Smile at you when you're agreeing with them. They totally give you silent treatment or frown upon you, or their energy level changes from a wonderful person to Dementors in Harry Potter style, totally weird. And you can feel it. And these are the reasons that I want you to learn meditation, because those are the powers that you're not taught in school or as you grow up. And you're only living on physical level. But you got to use your mind powers, which that can be developed through understanding the relationship you have with the energy of the universe, and be one with it, and use that as your source and backing, and reflecting on what is coming towards you. All right, now let's see